Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a detailed review, the first look on the Tineco S7 Artist Wet Dry Floor Mop. So I did buy this with my own money. Right now it's retailing for $700. It's on sale for $600. Now this is part of their new Artist lineup. I do have all three models. I've got the S9 that I just finished up, and then I've got the S9 Steam. Now I will be comparing those in a different video, but in this video, I've got it all unboxed. I'm going to go over everything. We're going to put it together, go over all the features, and then we'll do a real simple cleanup. Actually, it'll be a very extensive cleanup, and we'll see how it does. Now, you can find all the products that I highly approve of on my website, justadadapproved.com. Sign up for my email list, and when a product that I highly recommend goes on sale, I send an email out. Recently, the Mova P10 Pro, which is my #1 robot vacuum cleaner that I recommend, went on sale for $500. And I sent an email out letting everybody know. My job is to get you the best product at the best price. And you can find that all at my website, justadadapproved.com. Okay, so here's everything that comes in the box. We've got a little bit of assembly. We got to install the handle. We've got a cleaning brush, an extra brush roller, and an extra filter, which is really nice, some Tineco solution. I like that it comes with a paper manual that explains everything I'll be going over. This is the charging station, and it's also going to dry the mop roller. There's going to be hot air coming out the bottom there. This does have a power cord. It's 6 feet long, and you do have to plug it in to charge it and dry it. So it's 6 feet long, 2-prong. This is the 1 amp charger, so it's going to charge it, just not super fast. Okay, grab the handle. The Tineco is going to face you, the letters. There's a little indentation there that's going to line up, and simply slide it in until it clicks. There, it's installed. Base station is about 12 inches or 30 centimeters squared. Sticks up about 3 inches or about 8 centimeters. Now the cleaning surface on this, the brush roller, is about 10 inches or about 25 centimeters. It stands on the floor. Let's see exactly how tall it is. 43.5 inches or 110 centimeters. Now I got the charger plugged in. These are the contacts that are going to charge it, and you'll see them right here. That's where it's going to charge it. It does not have self-driving wheels. These wheels just roll real easy. There is a little scraper right there that helps scrape the stuff off. This is going to be spinning. It's going to be putting fresh water on it and then sucking up the dirty water. And there's a scraper on the backside, which I'm going to show you. All right, simply pick it up. It's not super heavy. Set it on there, and it should start charging. You're going to get a charging indicator right here to let you know that it's charging. Let's go over the dirty water tank on the back. Press this button and we're going to release it. That's the dirty water tank. There is an eye loop sensor here. So as the water is being sucked up into the dirty water tank, if it's dirty and you're in auto mode, it's going to ramp up the suction and the solution. It also works when it's self-cleaning the roller. So at the end of the job, you're going to hit the self-cleaning button and it's going to self-clean it. And during that process, when it's sucking the water up, if it's dirty, it's also going to go into a deep clean mode. Now here's the dirty water tank. I like this blue handle. This helps release it because there is a seal right here. This is how we're going to empty out all the dirty water. It's going to go into this chamber here. That's what the big brush is for. You are going to have to clean that pipe and all around. It is a lie flat feature also, and that's where all the dirt and like long hair and debris, so you could take that to the trash can, empty it out. There is a filter here. I like that you get an extra one because this may get dirty and you have to, this is reusable and you can wash it, but you need to let it dry before you use it again. So I like that they give you an extra one. There is a sensor on here to let us know when the dirty water tank is full. That's what this connection is right here. And you're simply going to push this in and you're ready to go. Now around front, you're going to release this is the clean water tank. Press that button and then this comes out. You're going to take this over to the sink, lift this up. You're going to put water in here. Now you can put some Tineco solution in here. 1 capful is all it requires. So fill it up with water, then put 1 capful of solution in there. Let's take a closer look at the brush roller. So open this up right here, pull that handle. You're going to pull this out straight out this way. That's the electrical motor. You don't want to get that wet. But if we take a close-up look, there's where the suction port is. There's where the comb is for the long hairs, and there's where the scraper is to scrape the dirty water off so that it gets sucked up in there. And then fresh water is going to be sprayed out these ports right here to keep it nice and clean. And when you want to change the roller, you do have to pop this end off and then just line it up and snap it on. You do have to replace that once in a while, but at the end of your job, it's going to clean it. So you have to rotate this a little bit. There. Line that up so that's flush. Take your clean water tank and make sure it clicks into place. There. Okay, let's do a practice job cleaning up that big mess here. You're gonna put your foot there. We're gonna turn it on. It's gonna start in auto mode, but we can switch the mode to max mode or suction mode. Let's go back to auto. That's also our battery percentage. All right, and watch this blue light here is gonna change red as it sucks up the dirty water. And then it's gonna ramp up the suction. So it turned red. There's the suction being increased and the water flow. So now we just got to keep going over this. Big messes do require you to go over it a couple times. For everyday mopping, this thing moves really nice. It's lightweight. My floor is still dirty because of this. I can also lie it flat. Perfectly lie it flat. So I'm just going to clean this. I'm in auto mode. I could go to max mode. And then as this floor gets clean, that's going to change to blue. Let's go back to auto mode.
Auto mode.
Okay, it was sort of stuck in that red, and then I stored it up and then put it back down. That kind of reset it a little bit. Okay, let's put it on the dock.
Charging.
It's going to charge it.
Please start self-cleaning.
And then we're going to press this button. This is the self-cleaning.
Self-cleaning and heated drying are about to start. Heated self-cleaning has started. Soaking the brush roller.
So it's going to soak the brush roller, and then it's going to suck it up into the dirty water tank. At the end of the job, it's going to blow hot air onto the mop roller. And the cleaning takes about 2 to 3 minutes, about 4 sometimes, if it needs to do a deep clean. And the hot air drying takes about 5 minutes. So during this self-cleaning, it's going to sense that water going up, and if it needs to, it'll send it into a deep clean.
Cleaning the brush roller.
See, it sensed a little, it was kind of dirty. And here's what the heated drying sounds like for 5 minutes. Okay, let's see how clean. Wow, it's clean and dry. All right, let's take the dirty water tank off and I'll show you how to clean that. Okay, let's take the filter off. It didn't get too dirty. Use the blue handle, lifts it up. If you had a bunch of dirt and debris, it would be right here. You could take it to the trash, empty it all out. But here's all the dirty water. Wow, did a good job. Okay, we've got a really big mess here. We've got some spilt milk, cereal, chocolate syrup, some really long hairs, and some spilt coffee. We're gonna see how well it cleans up this big mess in auto. So we're gonna turn it on. That will change to red as it senses the dirt and debris. There, it's starting to sense the dirt and debris. You want to go back and forth to mop. Go a little ways, go back and forth. All right, did a good job. Now we're going to get into some chocolate syrup. There it turns red. It's very easy to push. All right. Now we got a bunch of spilt milk. A little bit more chocolate syrup there. Okay, now we can just treat it like a mop and just mop our floors. Very easy to maneuver. Cleans right up against the wall. And now I can go until that turns blue. That means my floor would be clean. So I've got a little bit more hidden dirt here to clean. But it's very easy to maneuver. This also works great for everyday mopping. You can see it's starting to turn blue. I can also go to max mode. It's going to put down maximum suction the entire time and maximum solution. And I can also go, if I want to dry the floor, I can go to suction mode. Let's go back to max. Okay, I went over that a few more times. Wow, did a good job. Really good job. Got the crevices clean. Oh, there's a little bit in that crevice there. But yeah, did a good job. A little bit more maybe in that crevice too, yeah. Let's put it on the dock and do a self-cleaning cycle.
Charging. Checking cleanliness. Please start self-cleaning. Heated self-cleaning and heated drying are about to start. Heated self-cleaning has started. Soaking the brush roller.
Okay, let's see how the dirty water tank did. The filter, it didn't get too dirty, so that's good. Otherwise, I'd have to clean it and let it dry. Use the blue handle, lift this up. There's all the dirt and debris and the long hair. I can take that to the trash can. Now let's see this. Wow, that did a good job. Now we want to make sure and clean this all out. Okay, so I did notice the battery life is not as good as like the S9 batteries down, and it's not charging as fast. That's a 1 amp charger compared to the S9 has a 2 amp. Now, as far as cleaning, the eye loop sensor does seem to, when it's a big mess, it takes a while for that to turn blue. We can see it did a pretty good job. The crevices, still a little bit in the crevices. Be sure and check out my next video. I'm going to be comparing the S9 to the S7, these two brand new Artist ones. So again, I do use links. So if you purchase a product using one of my links, the products don't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. It's a way of helping support my channel. Honestly, $700 is too much for that right now. It's got to come way down in price. That's about a $450 one. Tineco does take a while for theirs. They do put their stuff on heavy discount. These are just so new. I'm not sure. I guess it's about that battery pack. Is that battery pack going to last 3, 4, 5 years? I don't really know. I know some of the earlier models, some people did complain about the batteries not lasting as long, but this one, it doesn't have the self-driving wheels. Again, check out my website, justadadapproved.com. Products that I highly recommend, like the Mova P10 Pro there. You can find it on my website and sign up for my emails. When a product that I love goes on sale, I send an email out to let you know. The goal of my channel is to get you the best products at the best price. So again, thanks everybody for watching. If you could, please like, subscribe, and thanks again.